Hey, what's up guys? I just picked up the Moto 360, so let's dig right in. The first thing that catches people's attention about this watch is in the name 360. Well, it's not a full 360 degrees, there's a slight bezel on the bottom, but I'll get to that in a minute. When it comes to the display on this watch, it's packing a 320 by 290 resolution, which isn't exactly cutting edge, but it gets the job done. Now, something that is pretty cutting edge about the display, literally, are the beveled edges that run along the sides of the display, which don't go plush against the metal chassis of it, which kind of bothers me a little bit. Since you're gliding your finger along the watch, it creates a bit of an edge. So looking around at the ports, there's one button to turn it on, a heart rate sensor, and the back is also made out of plastic, but that's the real only thing that's made out of plastic on the whole watch. There's also a genuine leather band, which feels very nice, but it wears very easily, and I don't recommend even putting it near any types of liquid because it does wear that easily. You can swap out the band though with a metal version of it for $79 from Motorola. Moving on to the battery. The battery is pretty decent. Now, when this watch first came out, it would only last you a couple of hours, but with a bunch of Motorola software updates, I can get at least 2 to 3 days off of the battery. As for the software experience, this is the first generation Android Wear software and the first generation Android Wear devices. So you should really take it with a grain of salt when buying this because there's always problems with first generation hardware and software. But that's needless to say that the software experience is actually very smooth and it's very intuitive, so you should expect to get a very fluid software experience. However, there are the occasional crashes and little bugs, and the Google Play Store is starting to support more and more third-party applications, which is going to make this watch and this platform such an amazing experience. There are customizable watch faces that you could download in the thousands, and they make your watch just take on your personality, which is what I think a watch should be. There's also different games that you can play like Flappy Bird, and just a whole variety of apps that make this platform very versatile and very unique. But that's the story of smartwatches in general. They're all first generation. Now for the specs on this thing, it has 4 gigabytes of internal storage, 512 megabytes of RAM, and a 4-year-old Texas Instruments processor, but it can still run very smoothly despite of the processor's age. So touching really quickly on the battery again, this watch is a breeze to charge. You can just literally throw it on the inductive charging magnet and it'll charge instantly. It's Qi wireless charging, and this can work with any Qi wireless charging pad. And because it has such a small battery of 310 milliamps, it charges in a very quick time period. To note though, I do keep theater mode on a Moto 360, which means that you actually have to press the power button in order to wake the display. I find personally that this is the best method for me. Now your results may be different. The watch has a microphone on it because Android Wear is pretty reliant on voice control and other things of that nature. You can respond to text messages with your voice, which I find pretty useful for school purposes. In general, the watch is a really amazing watch and I recommend. Thank you guys and have a great one.